it's fair to say that the second half of 2016, once the referendum had taken place and the result was known, and predictably 2017 will be taken up by the work related to the UK's departure from the European Union. The diary for this year is already starting to fill up with events and with activities in London and in Brussels and elsewhere. So part of that will see members of the government going outside Gibraltar to explain what Gibraltar's position is and to try to safeguard the position of Gibraltar, making sure that we leave no stone unturned in the process, that we examine all the options, that we learn from the experiences of other countries and territories that are also undergoing the same problem or in the same position as we are. So these are some of the arguments that we're deploying and some of the strategies which we'll see unfolding in 2017.
So you say towards the end of your New Year message that government ministers are going to be especially squeezed because of the demands placed on you by the exit from the European Union. There are many people in Gibraltar who will be hoping that that isn't code for we won't be able to meet all our manifesto commitments.
No, it isn't. I mean, what we're saying is that purely from a realistic point of view, Brexit has added a whole new layer of work to the business of government. The small team is led by the Chief Minister. It includes myself, it includes the Attorney General, the people in the Gibraltar office in Brussels and in London. And together we're the ones developing the strategy and analysing what is emerging from different quarters. There is a huge amount of paperwork emerging. There are committees set up in the House of Commons, in the House of Lords, in the European Parliament. All of these are taking evidence and releasing valuable information. All that needs to be analysed and needs to be looked at. So that creates a new burden of work on government, particularly on the Chief Minister and on myself. It may mean that we may take longer to see people than we would like, but we would hope that people understand that for us the priority, an important priority, is to safeguard the position of Gibraltar in the European Union, in our future relationship with the European Union going forward.
Now, besides the Chief Minister and yourself, there are, of course, 8 other ministers working. Will some of their work be taken up by Brexit as well?
Well, in August, you'll recall we produced a study of the impact of Brexit across every department of government and also how it would affect the private sector as well, financial services, online gaming, commerce generally. And what's emerged from that is that Brexit will have an impact across every department of government in different shape or form. But it is fair to say that other ministers have manifesto commitments to deliver, as do we. What I was trying to say in my message is that in addition to that, that the layer of work that Brexit has generated, we ask people to bear with us because obviously things might take more time. We may take more time to meet people or to address other issues, but it doesn't mean they're any less important to the government. The government considers everything to be just as important.
So in 2017, outside the Brexit issues, what will be your main priority as Deputy Chief Minister?
Well, I have to say that outside that Brexit is the main priority. You see, that I think the role of the office has changed in the time that I've been in it. Initially, the Chief Minister and I have been working together very well. We work together on a daily basis on all issues. But I think because Brexit has added this new layer of responsibility and this new layer of work, it means that it is very much what I've been involved in. You've seen, for example, in December, we're travelling practically every week to different Brexit venues of fora where Brexit was being discussed in different parts of the UK and also in Brussels. And all this takes a considerable amount of time. It has been an exhausting schedule since the referendum took place, and we predict that schedule will continue into 2017. The Prime Minister has said she intends to give formal notice by March of this year as to the UK's intention to exit the European Union.
Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Well, that's what they've said they're going to do, so it's what we have to go by. Once that happens, obviously, I think it will set in motion new procedures for negotiations between the UK and the other member states of the EU, the Commission and the Parliament. The government of Gibraltar is already involved in discussions with the UK. We have a very good relationship with the United Kingdom. We've invested heavily in that relationship over the last few years, and it's bearing fruit. As you know, we've met everybody from the Prime Minister downwards. We put across Gibraltar's position, and it's very, very much understood and appreciated in Whitehall.